kinder and gentler nation, like 1,000 points of light in a broad and peaceful sky.
Tonight, the nation remembers the 41st President of the United States. Former President George H.W. Bush passed away in Houston at the age of 94. He was a victorious commander-in-chief in the First Gulf War, the last U.S. president to have served in World War II, and only the second U.S. president ever to see his own son elected to that office. Kristen Holmes takes a look at his life and legacy.
George Herbert Walker Bush was born in Milton, Massachusetts on June 12, 1924, the son of a future U.S. Senator. He married Barbara Pierce and they had 6 children. 2 would follow his footsteps into public life.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
After earning a degree at Yale, the elder Bush moved his family to Texas, where he made a fortune in the oil business. There, his budding interest in Republican politics blossomed. Bush ran against Ronald Reagan in the 1980 GOP primaries. Reagan believed the Texas oilman could help him win over the party's moderates and named him as his running mate. He was Reagan's heir apparent in 1988.
I want a kinder and gentler nation, like 1,000 points of light in a broad and peaceful sky. So help me God.
As the nation's 41st president, Bush's focus returned to international affairs. He presided over the collapse of communism in the former Soviet Union and the end of the Cold War. It was a life that brought George Herbert Walker Bush back to the White House in 2011 to receive the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Those of you who know him, this is a gentleman, inspiring citizens to become points of light in service to others.
At his beloved wife Barbara's funeral, President Bush posed for a photo with other surviving former presidents. But his dignity and resolve shine through, part of a graceful final act in a life of public service.
I do not fear what is ahead, for our problems are large, but our heart is larger.
In Houston, Texas, I'm Kristen Holmes.
In Houston, people have been leaving flowers and stopping to take photos outside the former president's home today. President Donald Trump has ordered that American flags be flown at half-staff for 30 days to honor Mr. Bush's memory. The president is also designating Wednesday as a national day of mourning. Well, President H.W. Bush visited our area 27 years ago. This is video of him at Cottrell Field at Fort Stewart back in February of 1991. Then President Bush thanked soldiers at Fort Stewart for their steadfast service and sacrifice for our country's freedom. A Savannah funeral home is offering guests a way to share messages of sympathy for the family of President Bush. Fox and Weeks Funeral Home will offer register books and prayer cards that will be available to the public at the Fox and Weeks Hodgson Chapel. The books and prayer cards will be delivered to the George H.W. Bush Presidential Library and Museum in College Station, Texas. The cards will be available for the next 2 weeks.